put out statements where a Prime Minister has spoken to several leaders in the region, including leaders from UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Bahrain, Kuwait, Jordan, and Israel. External Affairs Minister has also been in regular touch with his counterparts in these countries, as also Iran. Today also he had several conversations with his counterparts, and those details have also been made available to you. Just want to say that we remain committed to the welfare of our citizens, our nationals who reside in the GCC and the West Asian countries. All our missions in the region, they are in regular touch with our community members. They've issued advisories and regularly updating them. For more details on those, my colleague would like to add a few more details on that. I would also like to update you that we have in the Ministry of External Affairs started a control room, which is functioning all throughout the day. We have been receiving a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails in regard to Indian nationals and their welfare outside from friends and families. And we have been guiding them ministerial briefing at the National Media. Good evening, friends. I extend a warm welcome to the members of the media and to the senior officers from the Government of India who are present here today for this interministerial briefing at the National Media Center. Today's briefing has been organized to provide an update from the relevant ministries on different aspects and steps being taken by Government of India. We have with us senior officers from Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Ministry of Shipping, Ministry of External Affairs, and Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Please note that we will not take questions in today's briefing. I would first invite Miss Sujata Sharma. पहले सुन तो लीजिए, शायद आपके सब सवालों का जवाब मिलेगा. I would first invite Miss Sujata Sharma, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, to brief on the energy security aspect. Remarks by Ms. Sujata Sharma.
Good evening, everybody. Let me briefly update you on the current fuel supply situation and various measures the government has taken to ensure uninterrupted energy supplies. First, on crude supply. India's crude supply remains secure. Our daily consumption is about 55 lakh barrels. Through diversified procurement, the volumes we have secured through today exceed what would normally have arrived through the Strait of Hormuz during this period. भारत में आज हम लगभग 40 देशों से क्रूड आयात करते हैं. Further, the OMCs have secured various crude cargoes from different sources, and as a result of this diversification, about 70% of our crude import is now coming from routes outside the Strait of Hormuz, compared with about 55% earlier. आज जब मैं आपसे बात कर रही हूं, तब भी लगभग 2 कार्गोस भारत की तरफ चल पड़े हैं, and within few days they will arrive, which will further strengthen the crude supply position in the country. आज हमारी refineries are operating at the highest capacity utilization, और कुछ refineries are operating at more than 100% of their capacity. Now coming to natural gas side, our total consumption per day currently is about 189 million metric standard cubic meter per day. Out of this, around 97.5 MMSCMD is produced domestically, and the rest is imported. Out of the import, about 47.4 MMSCMD of supply is affected due to 4 major conditions. Procurement through alternate routes, It's about 189 million metric standard cubic meter per day. Around 97.5 MMSCMD is produced domestically. Out of the import, around 47.4 SCMD of supply has been affected due to force majeure conditions. Procurement through alternative routes and supplies is underway to offset this disruption. And our gas companies have procured LNG cargoes from their new sources, and 2 LNG cargoes are on their way to the country. To manage this situation effectively, the government has issued a natural gas control order on 9th under Essential Commodities Act. इस आदेश के तहत प्राथमिकता वाले क्षेत्रों को उनकी आपूर्ति के लिए संरक्षित किया गया है। घरेलू पीएनजी आपूर्ति और वाहन के लिए सीएनजी को बिना किसी कटौती के 100% आपूर्ति प्राप्त होगी। चाय उद्योग, विनिर्माण इकाइयां और गैस ग्रिड से जुड़े अन्य औद्योगिक उपभोक्ताओं को उनकी पिछली 6 महीने की औसत आपूर्ति का लगभग 80% प्राप्त होगा। उर्वरक संयंत्रों को लगभग 70% प्राप्त होगा। इसके अलावा refineries and petrochemical units will take a reduction of about 35% so that higher priority sectors can be protected. Let me come to LPG supply, which is directly relevant to households. As on today, we import about 60% of our requirement of LPG, and 90% of this is through Strait of Hormuz. The government has taken various steps to deal with this situation also. जैसे कि भारत सरकार ने has issued an order on 8th March, जिसके द्वारा उन्होंने refineries और petrochemical complexes को LPG उत्पादन को maximize करने का आदेश दिया। All C3 and C4 hydrocarbon streams, which include propane, butane, propylene, and butene, would add to LPG pool, and the same would be supplied to 3 public sector oil marketing companies for domestic supply. इन सभी प्रयासों की वजह से हमारा domestic LPG production has increased by 25%. And all these domestic LPG is being directed towards household consumers. For non-domestic LPG, priority is being given to essential sectors such as hospitals and educational institutions. A 3-member committee of executive directors of oil marketing companies, IOCL, HPCL, and BPCL has been constituted to review the allocation to restaurants, hotels, and other commercial users. The committee is consulting with state authorities and industry bodies to finalize a plan to ensure that available LPG is distributed in a fair and a transparent manner. On LPG prices, the government has absorbed a significant part of the cost increase to protect the consumers. The current price of domestic LPG cylinder in Delhi is 913. domestic LPG cylinder का दाम दिल्ली की मार्केट में लगभग 913 रुपए है, and this is after the increase of 60 rupees. Without intervention, the market price would have been much higher. For PMUY beneficiary, Ujjwala beneficiaries के लिए सिलेंडर का दाम 613 रुपए है, and for a PMU household, the recent 60 rupees increase translate to less than 80 paisa per day. It is important to note that even though the Saudi contact price, which is the international LPG pricing benchmark, has increased by about 41% since July 23, the PMU price has actually fallen by 32% during the same period due to government support. Rupees 30,000 crore compensation has been approved for oil marketing companies for their under recoveries in LPG. Even today, LPG price in India remain lower than in many neighboring countries. Let me also address the report of panic booking. Feedback suggests that some panic booking and hoarding behavior has been triggered by misinformation. इसके बारे में मैं ये कहना चाहूँगी कि हमारा जो नॉर्मल डिलीवरी साइकिल है फॉर डोमेस्टिक LPG, इट रिमेन्स अराउंड 2.5 days. तो अगर आप सिलेंडर बुक कर रहे हैं तो 2.5 दिन के अंदर आपको सिलेंडर की आपूर्ति होगी. इसीलिए आई रिक्वेस्ट, देयर इज नो नीड फॉर कस्टमर टू रश बुक द सिलेंडर. सो पैनिक बुकिंग करने की कोई आवश्यकता प्रतीत नहीं होती है. टू प्रिवेंट डाइवर्जन एट द डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर लेवल पर डाइवर्जन को कम करने के लिए डिलीवरी ऑथेंटिकेशन कोड सिस्टम और DAC इज इम्प्लीमेंटेड. इस सिस्टम के तहत उपभोक्ता द्वारा मोबाइल पर प्राप्त वन टाइम कोड को डिलीवरी करने वाले व्यक्ति के साथ शेयर करने के बाद सिलेंडर की डिलीवरी कंफर्म होती है. हम DC कवरेज को करीब 90% उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचाने के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, जिससे कि डाइवर्जन की संभावना काफी कम हो जाएगी. कंज्यूमर के लिए लेट मी
कंप्लीट हो जाने दीजिए, उसके बाद जरा कंप्लीट हो जाए.
As a temporary demand management measure, the minimum gap between LPG booking has been increased from 21 days to 25 days. At field level, OMC officers and anti-adulteration cell are coordinating enforcement to clear distributor backlog and ensure smooth delivery. अंत में मैं ये कहना चाहूंगी कि ये एक वैश्विक चुनौतीपूर्ण स्थिति है, लेकिन भारत की ईंधन आपूर्ति नियंत्रण में है. सरकार स्थिति पर लगातार नजर रख रही है और घरों और प्राथमिकता वाले क्षेत्रों की सुरक्षा के लिए आवश्यक कदम उठा रही है. हम नागरिकों से आग्रह करते हैं कि वे घबराकर बुकिंग करने से बचें, अधिकारियों के साथ सहयोग करें और वैश्विक अनिश्चितता की इस अवधि के दौरान जहां संभव हो ईंधन का संरक्षण करें. धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद. थैंक यू वेरी मच. अब मैं श्री राजेश कुमार सिन्हा जी, स्पेशल सेक्रेटरी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ शिपिंग, उनसे अनुरोध करूंगा कि मैरीटाइम एंड शिपिंग रिलेटेड मैटर्स के बारे में ब्रीफ करें. गुड आफ्टरनून. गिवन अकाउंट ऑफ द मैरीटाइम सेक्टर, वर्तमान में 28 इंडियन फ्लैग वेसल्स पर्शियन गल्फ में ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं. इसमें 24 वेसल ऐसे हैं जो स्टेट ऑफ होर्मुज के वेस्ट में है, उसकी पश्चिम तरफ है पर्शियन गल्फ में, और उसमें 677 इंडियन नाविक हैं, और 4 वेसल स्टेट ऑफ होर्मुज के पूर्वी तरफ है और उसमें 101 इंडियन नाविक हैं. ये सारी वेसल्स और क्रू को हम एक्टिवली मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं उनकी सेफ्टी के लिए, उनकी सिक्योरिटी के लिए. Authorities, ship managers and recruitment agencies, those who recruit the seafarers, are closely coordinating with Indian embassies and local authorities to ensure safety and render medical assistance to them. Advisories on precautionary measures to safeguard Indian seafarers, Indian flag vessels, and maritime trade operations have been issued by DG Shipping on 28th February 2026. Directing all Indian flag vessels and Indian seafarers to adopt enhanced security measures and strictly comply with reporting protocols, including submission of crew details to DG Shipping. Overall, port operations across India remain stable. Ports have been directed to extend all necessary assistance to minimize hardships faced by exporters and ensure continuity of EXIM trade. Major ports have implemented operational measures, including continuous monitoring of vessels' movement in coordination with shipping lines and vessel agents, real-time assessment of developments in the region, and regular reporting of vessel and cargo status. Dedicated 24-hour control rooms have been operational in the ministry and in the Directorate General of Shipping.
The DG Shipping is also maintaining contact with the ship owners, operators, and families of the seafarers to provide timely updates and necessary assistance. Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways continues to closely monitor the prevailing and evolving maritime situation in the Persian Gulf region and has strengthened monitoring and preparedness measures in view of the evolving maritime situation in the West Asia region, with a focus on safeguarding Indian seafarers, ensuring the safety of Indian vessels. Regular interaction with industry and stakeholders is being maintained to provide all assistance to industry and seafarers. The government is fully committed to ensuring the safety and welfare of Indian seafarers and protecting India's maritime interests. Thank you.
बहुत
Yeah, I'll read that again. Yes. So total 28 Indian flagged vessels are operating in the Persian Gulf area. Out of these 28, 24 are on the west of the state of Hormuz. Usme 677 Indian seafarers. And on the east of the state of Hormuz, there are 4 vessels. Usme 101 Indian seafarers.
बहुत धन्यवाद राजेश सिन्हा जी। अब मैं अनुरोध करूंगा श्री रणधीर जायसवाल जी से, हु इज एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी एक्सपी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स।
Thank you, sir. The Ministry of External Affairs has kept you abreast of the developments in the region. I would like to add few elements to that, as also to reiterate some of the points that we made earlier. As you know, that we have a large diaspora in the GCC countries, numbering around 10 million or a crore. The welfare of our diaspora is of utmost priority, of high priority and importance to us. You would have seen, we have put out statements where our Prime Minister has spoken to several leaders in the region, including leaders from UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Bahrain, Kuwait, Jordan, and Israel. External Affairs Minister has also been in regular touch with his counterparts in these countries, as also Iran. Today also he had several conversations with his counterparts, and those details have also been made available to you. Just want to say that we remain committed to the welfare of our citizens, our nationals who reside in the GCC and the West Asian countries. All our missions in the region, they are in regular touch with our community members. They've issued advisories and regularly updating them. For more details on those, my colleague would like to add a few more details on that. I would also like to update you that we have in the Ministry of External Affairs started a control room, which is functioning all throughout the day. We have been receiving a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails in regard to Indian nationals and their welfare outside from friends and families. And we have been guiding them in all possible manner. Just to give you an update, yesterday we received 75 phone calls and 11 emails, and those were responded to. Today again, our people are there manning the control room and doing the very best. As far as there have been reports of some casualties. On that, I would like to update you. We have 2 Indian nationals whom we lost, and 1 remains missing. We express our condolences to the families. We also, these 3 Indian nationals, they have died or they are missing. This happened when they were on ships, merchant vessels, and that merchant vessel came under attack. Few Indians who have suffered injuries in the GCC region, they are being looked after, they are being treated, and our embassy and our consulate is in close touch with them to ensure their well-being. 1 Indian national, as was, you would have seen those reports as well, he was injured in Israel. He was taken to the hospital. He is receiving treatment and he's recuperating well. Today in the morning, you would have seen reports that an Indian national was injured in Dubai. This gentleman, our consulate is in touch with him. He is also receiving treatment at a hospital. and we are in regular touch with him to ensure his welfare and well-being. Please do follow all our social media handles and our press releases and statements for more updates in regard to the welfare of our Indian community in the Gulf region, as also on developments concerning us and how we are engaging and dealing with those in that region. In Iran, there's a lot of interest because we have students and we have Indian nationals there as well, some 9,000 of them. Of these, several of our students and others who were there paying heed to our advisories to leave the country, they returned home. Others still continue to be there. Our embassy is in regular touch with them. We have also relocated some students and other visitors, pilgrims to different cities to ensure their safety. We are also assisting, our embassy in Tehran is assisting people who want to make land border crossing and go into Armenia and Azerbaijan, and from there take the commercial flights to come back home. So that option is also available to those who want to take advantage of that. And we have been helping these people. This is what I have for you today. I would request my colleague to add Mr. Asim Mahajan, Additional Secretary who looks after the Gulf region in the Ministry of External Affairs, to add his points to what we have to say, put across from the Ministry of External Affairs.
Good afternoon. As my colleague has earlier mentioned, the well-being and security of our Indian community in the region, which is a very big community across the region in West Asia and in the Gulf region, remains our overriding priority. We have also been, our missions and consulates from day one have been proactively assisting the community. We have been in regular touch with the host governments, which is very important. We have been in constant regular touch with them to get latest advisories, their latest advice, and also on a real-time basis share with our community. Some of the efforts my colleague has already highlighted. We have set up a control room in MEA, but I want to highlight that our missions and posts which are on the ground are the ones who are really taking constant action to support the community. Our priority initially was to help the stranded passengers who were transiting through these countries and also short-term visitors. But I must add that the host governments have also been very sensitive to our concerns, where visa extensions were required, where someone was distressed or where he needed assistance. Our embassies immediately reached out. And as all of you would appreciate, in this kind of a situation, real-time availability of information is a priority. So our missions are issuing regular advisories. In fact, on a daily basis, the missions are updating. We have various social media channels through which we are sharing this information. And in the initial, we are coordinating very closely with the state governments and union territories, also keeping them regularly informed. We have standard operating procedures whereby we immediately, whenever we receive some information, whether it is from the state government or through local channels in these host countries, our missions reach out to them, and these 24/7 helplines have been effective. We have a very vibrant community in the Gulf, as all of you are aware, and also in other countries in West Asia and the region. Their community organizations are in regular touch with our missions. Our missions are keeping them informed about the latest developments and trying to help them in whatever way possible. There is a very strong interministerial coordination also which is going on, where, as was mentioned by our colleague from the shipping ministry, our seafarers who are there, any assistance which is required, the missions are immediately reaching out to assist them. Our embassies are also closely coordinating with each other, as some of you may be aware that in some of the countries there is the airspace is currently completely closed. For example, in Kuwait and Bahrain. And in Kuwait, they have moved the airport to AQI in Saudi Arabia. Bahrain is also the people are going from Dammam and Riyadh from Bahrain, and wherever a movement of people was required, especially the stranded Indians, the transit passengers and short-term visitors, our missions have been working in close coordination with local authorities, including arranging for their transit visas including arranging a corridor for them for transport to these countries, mainly from Saudi Arabia. Of course, the flight operations have also continued to be ramped up in UAE. UAE, a lot of flights have come, which are commercial, non-scheduled commercial flights, and they have been able to cater to most of the people who were there in transit and who were waiting. And similarly, in Saudi Arabia, also flights are regularly flying from Jeddah, Medina, and from Riyadh, and Oman. The airspace remains open. In the other parts of the region also, we are closely coordinating with each other, and we continue to monitor the situation very closely. And let me in the end reassure you, as my colleague has said, that the well-being and security of our community remains our priority, and we have put in these mechanisms to support them. There are many other measures which the missions are taking, and we will continue to update you on a regular basis. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mahajan. Finally, I would invite Sri C. Senthil Rajat, Joint Secretary, Ministry of INB, to brief on the communication-related some aspects.
So, good afternoon, everyone. As you have all listened, the central government and various ministries and departments are taking action on to respond to whatever the evolving situation in West Asia. And as correspondingly, we all realize that this is an exercise in which both central government and state government have to work together. The measures being taken by the central government have to be put on the ground through the support of the state government. And hence today, Home Secretary held a meeting with the chief secretaries and director generals of police of all the states and union territories. And during the meeting, certain points were emphasized. One, it was emphasized that the state governments take action, proactive action to prevent any hoarding, and also any black-marketing efforts that are being attempted in the states. Apart from that, it was also emphasized that there needs to be a credible flow of information, and hence they should nominate a state-level spokesperson to provide regular and credible updates to the public. It was also emphasized that they use all their verified official government and social media handles, and district administration should engage with the local media and other media partners in the region to convey the steps that are being taken both by the center and the state for ensuring that there is proper supply of essential goods. It is also emphasized that district collectors, police commissioners, and municipal authorities also proactively engage with the public and also serve as visible sources and credible source of information during this period. And apart from that, we also appeal to all the media organizations to actually work in partnership with the local administration to amplify and present the actual position on the ground, and also take forward these initiatives that the government has taken to address the issues that are being that have developed during this last few days.
Thank you. Thank you very much.